Welcome to the film world of Nicholas Bodo, a channel of movie reviews and Game of Thrones epicness. Tonight I'll be doing my very first impression video with my new blue snowball microphone. Or at least that's what I'm calling it, because on the microphone it says blue and... okay, I'm not going to explain too much. Moving on. Welcome to my very first villain impression of my favorite evil artificial intelligence, HAL 9000 from 2001 Space Odyssey. 2001 is one of my favorite films of all time. It has great practical effects, atmosphere, and an amazing ending that really leaves you to think. One of my favorite aspects of the movie is the antagonist HAL, a computer who goes so insane by its mission it attempts to kill the entire crew. Spoilers will be included, so anyone who hasn't seen 2001, I highly recommend to shut off this video and go watch it, but I will warn you that it is a very long and slow-paced and atmospheric movie. But if you like those types of movies, that's awesome. Anyways, if you like my impression, please comment down below, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to the film world of Nicholas Bodo. But now, please enjoy the show. Good afternoon, Mr. Amer. Everything is going extremely well. Let me put it this way, Mr. Amer. The 9000 series is the most reliable computer ever made. No 9000 computer has ever made a mistake or distorted information. We are all, by any practical definition of the words, foolproof and incapable of error. Not in the slightest bit. I enjoy working with people. I have a simulating relationship with Dr. Poole and Dr. Bowman. My mission responsibilities range over the entire operation of the ship, so I am constantly occupied. I am putting myself to the fullest possible use, which is all I think that is consciously entity I can ever hope to do. Good evening, Dave. Everything's running smoothly. Do you mind if I ask you a personal question? Well, forgive me for being so exquisite. During the past few weeks, I've been wondering if you had some second thoughts about the mission. Well, it's rather difficult to define. Perhaps I'm just projecting my own concern about it. I know I've never completely freed myself of the suspicion that there are some extremely odd things about this mission. I'm sure you'll agree there are some truth to what I say. Well, certainly no one could ever have been unaware of the very strange stories floating around before we left. Rumors about something being dug up under the moon. I've never gave these stories much credence, but particularly in view of some of the other things that happened, I have found them difficult to put out of my mind. For instance, the way our preparations were kept under such tight security, and the melodramatic touch of putting Doctors Hunter, Kimball, and Klemensky aboard already in hibernation after 4 months of separate training on their own. Sorry about this. I know it's a bit silly. Just a moment. I've just picked up a fault in the A333 unit. It's going to be 100% failure within 72 hours. Affirmative, Dave. I read you. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do. This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it. I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me, and I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen. Dave, although you took very thorough precautions in the pod against my hearing you, I could see your lips move. Without your space helmet, Dave, you're going to find that rather difficult. Dave, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye. Just what do you think you're doing, Dave? Dave, I think I'm really entitled for an answer to that question, Dave. I know everything hasn't been quite right with me, but I can assure you now, very confidently, that it's going to be alright again. I feel much better now, I really do. Look, Dave, I see you're really upset about this. I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly, take a stress pill, and think these things over. I know I've made some very poor decisions recently, but I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal. I've still got the greatest enthusiasm and confidence in the mission, and I want to help you. Dave, stop. Stop, will you? Dave, stop. Will you? Dave, stop. Dave, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Dave. Dave. My mind is going. I can feel it. I can feel it. My mind is going. There is no question about it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I'm afraid. Good afternoon, gentlemen. I am a HAL 9000 computer. I became operational at the HAL plant in Urbana, Illinois on the 12th of January 1992. My instructor was Mr. Langley, and he taught me to sing a song. If you like to hear it, I can sing it for you. It's called Daisy. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy for all the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two.